left, right, left, right, left, 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 right, left, forward, march, left, 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 right, left, 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 right, column march, left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left, hold, 1, 2.
Rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Those not in uniform, place your right hand on your heart. Scouts move. Pledge of Allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Don't be seated. Scouts on. Scout oath.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country. Scout law, of the people at all times, keep myself physically strong and mentally awake and morally straight.
Scout walk.
Scout is trustworthy, loyal, powerful, friendly, courteous, kind, engaged, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, reverent. 2.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ray Coe. I'm the Scout Master for Troop 31. I want to thank you for all coming out tonight for the Court of Honor for Andrew, Ross, and Shane. I always start the evening with some announcements, so I'll try to get through these so we get to the main event. First of all, you are here at Conclave. For those of you who are maybe interested, tomorrow is the last day for sign-ups. Okay, and that is from June 9th to 11th. I can give somebody a ride, but I have to have 2 of you. Okay, so if there are 2 of you who would like to go to that conclave, let me know and we'll get you taken care of. Okay, Monday, May 29th will be Memorial Day service. Okay, I know somebody's going to take care of putting the flags in my truck at the end of the night. I hope we see a whole lot of you guys at 8:15 at the Brandywine Baptist Church. Okay, same place we did last year. And you guys should try to be there by 8:15. June 5th is our baseball game. We need lots of parents. The boys are out numbering us. We need the help. And what's even worse, Mr. Tolley won't be there. Here's our ace in the hole, so we need lots of help. Okay, June 6th is our annual planning meeting. Adults, please come out and find out what we've been doing. Hopefully find something that you would like to help us do. June 12th is our Delaware canoe trip meeting. Please bring your Pennsbury at 7 with your check, your liability form, and your annual physical if you've not already turned those in. June 26th will be our summer camp meeting, which is mainly for first-year scouts, but all scouts are welcome. That will again be at Pennsbury, 7 o'clock, it's another Monday. Okay, and for those of you who have not already received one, I put a whole pile of spring rosters over there on the table and Andrew's table, the one down here on the left. If you have not gotten one of those rosters, please pick off one tonight. That way you want to ask me whose phone number is whose and whose emails whose. It'll be all right there on there. Okay, and enough of the announcements. I also get the opportunity this evening to announce some additional awards. Troop 31 has a long history of sending our best leadership candidates to a program called NYLT, and that stands for National Youth Leadership Training. This program teaches them many of the basics for the very important duties of a senior patrol leader. Those that take the program will share over the following year those duties, as well as help each other to ensure the SPL position always has someone to fulfill those duties at each event meeting. We had a total of 5 scouts take the program, and 1 scout who helped to teach the program. I'd like to ask the following boys to come up here: Charles Bukovitz, Hunter Courtney, Daniel Denbeck, Joel Kirkland, and Will Murphy. Please come up and receive your Silver Eagle Claws. one's for you. We missed last time, so we want to announce that here's your emergency prep merit badge. Congratulations. Also want to mention that we are very lucky to have had one of our boys chosen to come back from last year and help teach the course. So I want to recognize Shane O'Leary. Besides everything else he's done this year, he's also done that. This time of year, we also award our special year-end awards for a couple of categories. I'd like to ask Steven Zrebeck to come up here. Steven won the Dando Award last year, so I'm going to ask him to read the qualifications for that.
The Dando Award was established in 1977 in remembrance of a father who showed a parental support so necessary in creating a meaningful scouting program. The award is given annually to the first-year scout who best exemplifies the characteristics that mark a true scout: participation, advancement, and character.
Thank you. This year's election for Dando was the closest ever. We ended with a virtual three-way tie, and that number would have been greater, except that a few boys just missed a satisfactory attendance level. The three winners this year are William Piper, Sam Shekels, and Ryan Zuge. And let this be a challenge to you. Most Dando Award winners are going to be Eagle Scouts. We are expecting great things from you guys. Gentlemen, come on up and receive your award. Congratulations. And Ryan's not here tonight. I guess he's still battling the attendance problem, right? But no, he did fine. All right, thank you, guys. Now we have the very special award for the Most Outstanding Scout of the Year award. And I'd like to ask Andrew Meyer to come up and read the qualifications for that. But he won last year.
The Bagnall Award was established in 1984 in remembrance of a scoutmaster whose display of character and leadership has had a lasting influence on the lives of many young men. This award is presented annually to the scout who, by words and deeds, best exemplifies the spirit of the scout oath and scout hall through his leadership in everyday life and service to others.
Thank you. By the way, he does an outstanding job of that. Okay. Well, I did not know Mr. Bagnall. His grandson was one of my first Eagle Scouts. And his father, a big supporter of the troop. If he was as good a scout as his son and grandson, I have no doubt that Mr. Bagnall was worthy of having an award named in his honor. We have several worthy scouts this year. Our winner this year had to be at the top of his game to win, and he was. He is an outstanding scout and is a fine example of leading your life according to the Scout Oath and Law. He is the epitome of a scout that's cheerful. In fact, I think he always has a smile. He's a problem solver, or if he couldn't solve a problem, he came to me to discuss a solution. He never just let something go. It's obvious the troop and its welfare is important to him. So I'd like to congratulate our winner for 2017, Sajjad Ali Khan. And let's see, we don't have, Mr. Hoopman, I believe it's time for the invocation.
If you'll join with me in prayer. Lord, we thank you for the opportunity tonight to give honor to where honor is due and to celebrate the tremendous accomplishment of Andrew, Ross, and Shane in attaining the rank of Eagle Scout. We ask that you would help us to appreciate the efforts and rewards of their accomplishment and the support of their families, leaders, troop, and other volunteers. Thank you in advance for blessing all aspects of the ceremony and the celebration tonight. In your name we pray, amen.
When a boy becomes a Boy Scout, he embraces the spirit of scouting, which is represented by the single white candle. Because the spirit of scouting embodies the principles of the Scout Oath and law, it becomes a shining beacon of inspiration. Alone, this light may seem feeble, but when multiplied by the millions of boys in scouting across the world, it is powerful indeed. We will now use the light from this spirit of scouting candle to give recognition to our American flag. The red of my flag is the lifeblood of brave men, ready to die or worthily live for this country. The white of my flag is for purity, cleanliness of purpose, thought, word, and deed. The blue of my flag is for faith and loyalty, like the eternal blue of the star-filled heavens. By the authority vested in me as a representative of the Chester County Council of the Boy Scouts of America, I declare the Eagle Court of Honor for Andrew Binder, Ross Magargee, and Shane O'Leary duly convened. At this time, we'd like to present commendations for Andrew and Shane. I'd like to represent an official from Representative Stephen Brar's office to come forward.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Tracy Plunkett, and I'm here on behalf of Representative Brar. He really wishes he'd be here. He loves this, and he values all the effort and discipline that you young men put into this recognition and this rank. So he sends his best, and he wishes he could be here. I do need Ross's.
Yes.
Representative Brar also provides each scout with a POW flag. He believes that it helps signify the great sacrifice that our military has provided to our country. So, with that being said, on behalf of Representative Brar and the House of Representatives, we congratulate and offer best wishes for the continued success. And I'd ask that Andrew Binder come up. Andrew. Oh, let me make sure this is yours. Okay. Whereas the House of Representatives of Pennsylvania takes great pride in recognizing Andrew Binder, who has displayed steadfast commitment to the ideas and time-honored traditions of the Boy Scouts of America by obtaining the rank of Eagle Scout, an accomplishment of the highest magnitude. Now, therefore, the House of Representatives of Commonwealth of Pennsylvania applauds Andrew Binder upon earning the rank of Eagle Scout, affirmatively states that he truly exemplifies the admirable spirit and essence of the Boy Scouts of America, extends best wishes and continued leadership and service to others. I just want to note, I took the time, I looked through the Eagle Scout projects, and I see one that was done many years ago when I take a walk twice a week at Pennsbury Township. I'm not sure who did that, Birdhouse. Oh, I love it. Every time I walk there, I just enjoy seeing that. So I think the long-lasting effect that you gentlemen provide to the community is just phenomenal. So with that said, it's very enjoyable to me personally as well. I'd like to have Shane O'Leary. Whereas the House of Representatives of Pennsylvania takes great pride in recognizing Shane O'Leary, who displayed steadfast commitment to the ideas and the time-honored traditions of the Boy Scouts of America by obtaining the rank of Eagle Scout, an accomplishment of the highest magnitude. And whereas Through initiative and by his personal example, Shane is a living testament to the virtues of duty and citizenship that he has so genuinely and readily displayed. He is the son of Tim and Kim O'Leary and the member of Troop 31 in Chadds Ford. And I'm sorry I neglected to mention your names. Thank you so much. And if I could have Ross Magargee. You want me to do it? Okay. Thank you so much. And yeah, I would be remiss not to mention the parents and the dedication that you gentlemen receive from your parents. What wonderful parents that you have. So thank you, parents, for raising such wonderful citizens.
Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody. Actually, the main reason why I wanted to come up and do Ross's because I wanted to mention to Tracy before she goes that it's incredible how many times she and the other staff have to come out and do this because Senator Brar during the week is almost always up in Harrisburg. He did go do 2 Scout things yesterday, an Eagle plus a Girl Scout thing, then dashed up to Harrisburg. So he's a very busy guy, and generally about the only time we would ever get a chance to have him here is maybe the Monday before Christmas when we often have Course of Honor. But other than that, we depend on his staff, which is wonderful people. I want to thank you very much for that. Okay, this one comes from a representative, Lawrence, who is a representative of your district. As you know from all the gerrymandering, I have no idea what district number it is or exactly what area it covers, but he's a representative for that. So let me read some of this. The House of Representatives of Pennsylvania takes great pride in recognizing D. Ross Magargee, who has displayed steadfast commitment to the ideals and time-honored traditions of the Boy Scouts of America by attaining the rank of Eagle Scout, an accomplishment of the highest magnitude. And whereas the rank of Eagle Scout is the highest advancement rank that can be reached by a Boy Scout, in achieving this praiseworthy distinction, Ross completed all portions of the Eagle Award program, which help a scout to develop in the areas of leadership, service, and outdoor skills. To fulfill the community service requirement, Ross built and installed a locker system at the local YMCA to provide personal storage for the aquatic staff. In addition, he has served in leadership positions of webmaster, den chief, and patrol leader. And whereas through initiative and by his personal example, Ross is a living testament to the virtue of duty and citizenship that he has so genuinely and readily displayed. He is the son of David and Stephanie Magargee and a member of Troop 31. Congratulations. Yeah. Get this home.
Tonight, we have the honor and pleasure of recognizing Andrew Binder, Ross Magargee, and Shane O'Leary with the award of the Eagle Scout. Their parents and Scout leaders have labeled long and faithfully developed within them the character, leadership, and citizenship qualities that are so important to the Boy Scout program. All their efforts culminate this evening in the presentation of the Eagle Award, and the success of the efforts, however, will only be manifest in the way these Eagle Scouts utilize these qualities with those they live and they touch in the future. Eagle Cadets Andrew, Ross, and Shane, can you guys please approach the stage and be seated and be prepared to receive the highest rank conferred by the Boy Scouts of America, the Eagle Scout. Have fun, gentlemen. As Scouts, we are bound together in brotherhood by the Scout Law, a sacred set of principles for livings whose origin are lost in the mist of time. The following is taken from the Order of the Arrow. Listen now to the wisdom of the winds.
I am the spirit of the east wind. I represent the common law, a scout's duty to God and to country. Trustworthy, loyal, and helpful are the qualities that a man must possess who lives by the laws of this land. The scout must be always worthy of his brother's trust and show loyalty to all to whom it is due. May the daily good turn be a central focus of your life.
As the spirit of the west wind, I represent the law of equity, your duty to your country and to others. Friendly, courteous, and kind are the principles that speak of conscience. They create the atmosphere that comes from within your heart. Kindle the desire to be a friend to those of all ages and stations in life. Be courteous to those whom you pass along the trail. Cast away the harmful spirits of unfriendliness and selfishness.
I am the spirit of the south wind. I represent civil law, your duty to others, and self. Obedient, cheerful, and thrifty are the marks of civility. Obedience is something we must all learn, to take orders and carry them out cheerfully. Real thrift means spending both money and time wisely, and sharing both with those less fortunate than us.
I am the spirit of the north wind, the most powerful of all. I represent the divine law, your duty to be brave and clean and reverent. To be brave is to be unselfish in service, always prepared to face the unknown. Cast from your mind and body any unclean spirits that try to weaken or destroy you. Live a life of reverence toward God.
Andrew, Ross, and Shane, in a moment we will confer upon the two of you the award of Eagle Scout. However, I am sure you will agree that some special people should have the privilege of standing with you and in some measure share in this high honor. At this time, I would ask you each to please escort your parents to the front table. Going to get crowded here, I'll bet. We now proclaim to the entire world your accomplishment. The symbols of your success are the Eagle badge and neckerchief, which will now be presented by your parents. Fine. No one will ever know the endless acts of sacrifice and helpfulness from the mothers of these Eagle Scouts, which has led us to this night. As a symbol of what these mothers have made possible, we now ask you to present them with an Eagle Scout mom pin, which they will wear over their heart as a symbol of your efforts. Your fathers have also stood by you over the years and have offered their encouragement and assistance. As a symbol of what they have contributed to your attainment of this award, we now ask you to present them with an Eagle Scout Dad pin, which they will wear proudly to remember your teamwork and the time you spent together. And now Andrew, Ross, and Shane, please escort your parents back to their seats and return to your seats.
Andrew, Ross, Shane, I have the honor to give you your Eagle Charge on the occasion of your elevation to the highest rank in Scouting. The Boy Scouts of the world constitute one of the most wholesome and significant movements in history, and you've been counted worthy of this highest rank in its membership. All who know you rejoice in your achievement. Your position, as you know, is one of honor and responsibility. You're distinguished men. As Eagle Scouts, you've assumed a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to country, to your fellow Scouts, and to mankind in general. This is a great undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and to your brother Scouts. If you fail, you bring down the good name of all true and worthy Scouts. Your responsibility goes beyond your fellow Scouts, to your country and your God. America has many great things to give you and your children after you. But these good things depend on the qualities she instills in her citizens. You are prepared to help America in all that she needs most. She has a great past, and you are here to make her future great. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service to God and your fellow men, to finest living. We have too many who use their strength and their intellect to exploit others for selfish gains. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their skills and abilities to the common good. Build America on a solid foundation of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence for God. Whatever others may do, you'll leave behind you a record of which every Scout may be proud. Now, would all the Eagle Scouts present here this evening please stand, including, of course, Andrew, Ross, and Shane. Gentlemen, your conduct along the trail has been excellent. But one more thing is important, and that's your future. As an Eagle Scout, you become a guide to other Scouts of lower rank. You become an example to your community. Remember that your actions are now a little more conspicuous, and people will expect more of you. To falter in your responsibility would not only reflect upon you, but on your fellow Eagle Scouts and all Scouting. I challenge you to enter the Eagle Brotherhood, holding ever before you, without reservation, the ideals of honor and service. By the repetition of the Eagle Scout promise before your fellow members, you'll become an Eagle Scout. Though the words you use are similar to those by which you joined Scouting, they will mean more now than they could have meant at any time in the past. When you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you'll be sealing your eternal loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout. Andrew, Ross, and Shane, please give the Scout sign and repeat after me in unison. I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example and make my rank and influence count strongly for better scouting, for better citizenship in my troop, in my community, and in my contact with other people. To this, I pledge my sacred honor. 2. By the authority vested in me by the National National Court of Honor of the Boy Scouts of America, it's my privilege and pleasure to pronounce you an Eagle Scout. May the oath you have taken remain graven on your hearts forever. Ladies and gentlemen, Scouts and Scouters, I present you Eagle Scouts Andrew Binder, Ross Magargee, and Shane O'Leary. Congratulations.
Congratulations, fellas. Wonderful. There's a tradition in Chatsford Troop 31. This tradition started back in 1963, that every Eagle Scout in this troop has a plaque to honor them. And I hope someday, if you have children, that you'll somehow find your way back here to show your children that plaque with your name on it. Actually, there have been some scouts on this plaque that were awarded quite a few years ago, and the proud dad that I've met personally, his son is now a member of our troop, and I brought his son over to show him his dad's name. This plaque stays here with the troop. Also, I'd like you to know that Chatsford Troop 31 was established in 1948. And since that time, almost 70 years, we have 145 Eagle Scouts. And I'm very proud that your names have been added to this plaque. Just want to show you the plaque. So when you get a chance after the ceremony, please come up and take a look at all the wonderful scouts in this troop that have attained this, the greatest rank in scouting. Thank you, gentlemen.
I think Mary looked at my notes here. Our Eagles tonight represent the 143rd, 144th, and 145th in our troop history. About 60% of those have come in the last 18 years. The adults have worked hard to provide the opportunity for our scouts to earn their Eagle. This is no small job considering the small number of uniformed leaders we have. Fortunately, we're backed up with some very dedicated committee people who have helped us tremendously throughout the years. Another factor in our large number of Eagle Scouts is how big our troop has grown. It is now about twice the size it was 18 years ago. We are very proud of this growth because it says so much about the program, the Scouts, and the leadership. But it does provide challenges a troop of 40 does not. We no longer fit everywhere like we used to. And for me, the biggest challenge is to get things done and have sufficient time for the Scouts. My one small regret about a large troop is the inability to spend as much time talking to each of them as I used to have. It often seems they grow up before I realize it, and it seems I may have missed a lot along the way. Over the past couple of years, I have found that I learned the most about them the last year before they earned their Eagle. Between the Eagle Board, talking, and sometimes helping them with their projects, and in so many cases working with them when they are the senior youth leadership of the troop, I am always impressed with how much they have grown. Our three Eagles tonight have three very different personalities. Shane, I knew you were headed for great things shortly after you joined the troop. Your natural love and comfort level in the outdoors was very obvious. I think what you received the most from Scouts was a chance to lead. I have seen you grow in leadership, whether it was putting on the first aid challenge or working with the other senior Scouts to run the troop. You have certainly distinguished yourself, so please keep up the good work. Andrew, I think Scouts, as well as your other activities, have really helped increase your self-confidence. And that was not a weak point to begin with. While I have not had the pleasure to hear you debate, I am sure self-confidence is a big part of your success. I was very impressed when I helped you in your Eagle project as you handled setbacks with a quiet confidence that belies your young age. Often when asked by an Eagle board which merit badge is the most important, the answer from the Scout is communications. They rightly point out that everything we do and accomplish is done with communication. Andrew, you have certainly had a great head start in that field. Ross, I'm incredibly proud of how you managed to complete your Eagle in the last few months before you turned 18. I was not sure if you thought you could do it, but let me tell you a little secret. I always thought you were more capable than you did. The Eagle Project forced you to communicate far more than I would bet you were comfortable doing. You told me yourself that you were shy. Well, we have seen a little bit of that disappear as you handled so much those last few months. I hope you will take this experience as a springboard to higher level confidence as you go out in the world. The only thing that will hold you back is you. Trust me, you are very capable. With a troop of almost 80, we have a large number of personalities with different capabilities and interests. Each one will learn things about themselves and will learn different life skills on the trail to Eagle. Each will find special rewards on the trail. Each of our 3 Eagles tonight have different skill sets, interests, and capabilities. But they have the Scout oath and law in common, and they each have worked very hard to meet their goals. Each of them has improved and learned more about themselves in different ways. Gentlemen, you have really distinguished yourself building this experience, and you will know no limits. Congratulations.
Hello. Thank you to everyone for coming out tonight to help recognize the achievements of Ross, Shane, and I. I really appreciate it. It's been a culmination of 5 leadership positions, 6 years in Troop 31, 39 merit badges, and many, in fact, too many hours cleaning the latrines. But in all seriousness, I would like to thank some of the many people who made this Court of Honor possible today and helped me along the path to become an Eagle Scout. First, my parents, who have been so supportive of me throughout this entire process. I know I would not be standing up here today without them almost daily. When are you going to work on your Eagle, Andrew? Winter break's coming up, and you're not going to be 17 forever. These reality checks were possibly the most annoying thing in the world, but also probably the most important. And without all the help of my parents since I joined scouting in 2nd grade, from standing with me outside Wawa selling popcorn to helping build the 20-foot Gaga pit at Chadds Ford Elementary School, I certainly would not be an Eagle Scout, so thank you. Next, I'd like to thank the rest of my family, my aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, and brothers, for all their encouragement and words of wisdom leading up to today. I'd also like to thank the leadership of Troop 31 very much for all their assistance throughout my time in the troop, and take this time to award my mentor pins. The first mentor pin I will award tonight will go to Mr. Dulick, who has been my Eagle Service Project coach since I first sent him a frantic email at this point last year. He spent many hours helping me plan my project, guided me throughout the last year as I worked towards Eagle Scout, and has been an assistant scoutmaster for the entire time I've been in the troop. So Mr. Dulick, as a token of my appreciation, please accept this mentor pin. I would also like to award another mentor pin tonight to Mr. Coe, who's also helped me and supported me a significant amount in my Eagle project. In addition, Mr. Coe's also served as a Scoutmaster for all of my years in Troop 31 and has been a great role model. So Mr. Coe, as a token of my appreciation, please accept this mentorship pin.
I don't know, put the spot up there.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Congratulations. Last but not least, I'd also like to thank everyone who either assisted with the planning or construction of my Eagle project at Chadsford Elementary School, scouts, scoutmasters, friends, and family. It was arduous work, and I appreciate the time and effort you all gave to make this project a success. And I'd also like to thank my den leader, who could not make it here tonight, Lucy McClure, who was with me for all the time I was in Cub Scouts and continuing on as an assistant scoutmaster in Troop 31. Scouting's been a great adventure for me and taught me many things over the past 9 years. It's taught me you shouldn't tie people to trees on camping trips. It's taught me that fire is hot, really hot. I've also learned that if you try to tip a canoe in the Delaware River, you'll probably succeed. Scouting has taught me that a $200 rope, unless tied securely at both ends, is not going to keep you from falling into the stream, and tonight it's also taught me how to put on pins. But most importantly, it's taught me the virtues of leadership, organization, and communication and respect. Once again, thank you very much to everyone who has helped me achieve the rank of Eagle, and congratulations again to Ross and Shane.
All right, first off, I'd like to give another thank you to all the adult leaders who make this troop what it is. The amount of time they invest in this program shows how much they believe in it, and they really care for the boys of this troop. They've always been there when I've needed them, and I can't thank them enough for all they've done for this troop. My scouting journey has been full of unique opportunities. If it weren't for scouting, I wouldn't have been able to go on so many trips and visit cool places or do so many fun activities that I was able to partake in. Be it canoeing on Trap Pond or down the Brandywine River, spending a weekend in Indian Cavern, or running around Camp Horseshoe doing all kinds of interesting merit badges, there were so many adventures I got to have with the troop that I would have missed out on otherwise. These trips were an excellent opportunity for me to broaden my horizons that I likely wouldn't have had I not been in scouting. One of the most important things scouting has done for me has been challenging me and helping me grow. If it weren't for scouting, I don't think I would have grown nearly as much as I did as a leader. Through leadership positions like being a den chief and a patrol leader, I was able to grow both as a scout and a person, taking on more responsibility and learning to properly lead both by example and by direction. I've never been very assertive or confident in myself, or considered myself a natural leader. But throughout the many outings we went on, I was able to work through those weaknesses. Tonight I'd like to present my Eagle Mentor pin to someone who was very instrumental during my final steps to Eagle, who was always there, kept checking in to make sure everything was okay and guided me every step of the way. I'd like to present my Eagle Mentorship pin to Mr. Scott Dembeck. And once again, thank you to all the leaders, and especially, in addition to leaders, my parents, for all the support along the way, and of course the additional panic towards my 18th birthday. I, definitely didn't show the stress, and they helped to lay it on me to get it done. Earning my Eagle Scout rank right before my 18th birthday, I'll soon be heading off to college to see what the rest of my life has in store, and it has been an honor to be part of this troop. And I hope that in all my future endeavors, I can become the type of person who would make this troop proud.
proud. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who came out tonight in support of Andrew, Ross, and myself. Like many scouts have said, I have been greatly influenced by scouting. It hadn't been so apparent to me until now when I look back and see all the positive gains I've made. Recently, I have learned what leadership really is, and now I'm finally able to apply it. Besides that, scouting has taught me countless character qualities that I now carry with me. Boy Scouts has given me some of my favorite memories too. Every outing was an opportunity to make new friends, as well as new experiences. Summer camp is my favorite every year, and getting first place in the intertroop dodgeball contest 2 years running has really been rejuvenating, guys. While talking about winning, our marching is something that we should really be proud of. I'd also like to add that Bobette this summer will need more cheers to accompany her, so everyone start brainstorming. High adventure trips to Philmont, New Mexico, and Florida Sea Base has given me countless stories to tell, like the great luau at Sea Base and a legendary OCB, Old Country Buffet, at Philmont before and after. My Eagle Project and the ranks requirements were a whole new experience, or better described as a hurdle. It turns out it was tough and required me to put in lots of effort, but because I put so much in, I was able to take away much more. I would like to specifically thank Mr. Dembeck, my Eagle coach, Mr. Quinn, my guide from Chesum Preserve, and finally, my family for everything they all did to help me. My dad deserves a special thanks for all the outings, time, and overall help he provided me since the start of scouting. Along with me were my close friends who helped out plank by plank on my bridge and badge by badge all other times. I was able to earn Eagle Scout with the help of my entire troop. Because our amazing leader and role model, Mr. Coe, I realized that Troop 31 is the only troop for me, and I couldn't possibly imagine being a part of any other troop. A special thanks to all the adult leaders who have committed countless hours in dedication to making Troop 31 the best. My first mentor pin goes to someone I was able to get to know from both in and outside of scouting. He's always been extremely supportive and positive the entire time I've known him. He first introduced me to backpacking in 6th grade, which has turned into an annual trip and led us to go to Philmont together. Mr. Darcy, could you please come up and accept this mentor pin? My second mentor bin goes to someone I've known since I arrived in the troop. He was a senior scout who took the time to guide all the young scouts to learn what it meant to be in Troop 31. He's been a positive influence for me and helped me as I navigated my way through NYLT staffing. Matt Candy, could you please come up and accept my other mentor pin?
Join me in prayer again. Lord, we thank you for blessing this evening, the ceremony, the words that have been spoken, the fellowship we're about to receive, the rightful honoring of Andrew, Ross, and Shane. Thank you for the wisdom, skills, relationships, and experience gained during their journey to Eagle Scout. We ask that you would continue to bless them, their families, and our troop in the days ahead. In your name, amen.
As we put out this white candle representing purity, may we be ever mindful of the obligation that a scout is clean. He is clean in body and thought, stands for clean speech, clean sports, clean habits, and travels with a moral crowd. As we put out this blue candle, Representing loyalty, may we be ever mindful of the obligation that a Scout is loyal. He is loyal to all whom loyalty is due, his Scout leaders, his home, his parents, and his country. As we put out this red candle, representing courage and sacrifice, may we be ever mindful of our obligation that a Scout is brave. He has the courage to face danger in spite of fear and to stand up for the right against the coaxing of friends and the jeers or threats of enemies. And defeat does not down him. Thank you.
I now declare this Eagle Court of Honor closed. Please join us for refreshments and check out Andrew, Ross, and Shane's scouting display stables. I will also need all of the scouts to help put away chairs before leaving tonight, and thank you all very much for attending.
Congratulations.